Hi, and welcome to my channel. I am Chanel, and I just want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I hope y'all are somewhere safe, love, and eating turkey. And I just want to get up here in front of everybody at one time and give y'all a life update. If you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, peruse my page, watch other videos, you know. Yeah. So I just thought this was a perfect time, since everybody's at home and with family, to give everybody, because I have a huge family, a life update. And I'm pretty private, like, not really, I'm public private, but I'm private, okay? So for those of y'all who don't know me, I am Iman. I am 34 years old. I'm originally from Miami, Florida. I have lived in Atlanta, and I am currently living in Charlotte, North Carolina. I do have 2 kids. My daughter is Sanaa, she's 15, and my son is DJ, he's 11. And I'm divorced. Yes, I just wanted to tell everybody at one time. So y'all see me outside. I'm divorced. I don't know what that meant at. Yeah, but I just wanted to give y'all a backstory on how I got to this point, because for the future of this channel, I want it to be me. I want to be totally honest. So this is me finding myself. So it's a new life, you know, a new chapter in my life. I'm moving, I got a new career, I'm single. So I just wanted to update y'all up until this point. Life after divorce. There's a beautiful life after divorce. And no way am I saying that you should just get a divorce. But like, if you have to, you have to. And sometimes some situations call for that. But that's after you exhausted all other options. Because like, I do feel like once, you know, the vow that 2 people take in front of God is like something important. And for me to end it, it was a need. So let me give y'all the backstory. Me and my ex-husband, we were together for like 17 years, 16, 17 years. He's from Atlanta, and I met him in Atlanta. And we was together, like, we've been together for a long time. I was 16 when I met him, so I was very much a girl. I'm now a grown woman. And the relationship started off, looking back at it, it started out well in my book, but I don't know, because I was 16, and like the things that I was looking for at 16 is definitely not the things I'm looking for now as a grown woman. But yeah, I would say it started off well. The things that I liked about him is that he was loyal. Like loyalty. He was loyal to he was loyal, and he was consistent, and he was hardworking, you know. But like, as the years went on, you know, like, I am a very ambitious person. I'm always trying to better my best. I'm always trying to do that. Like, I'm always trying to strive to hit the next level. And what I noticed is that, like, he's okay with being okay, and I'm not. You know, like, I don't even know if that makes sense. Like, where as the ceiling was the stopping point from him, I was like, let's hit the stars, you know, it's a whole moon, it's a galaxy out there, let's not stop. And that was like one of our first like, that was like around 21, 22 is when I first like, but I was already invested. I already had a daughter with him, and I was about to have my son. And around that time, my mom had passed away, and I was like going through a lot of stuff emotionally. And yeah, we was like, I always felt like I could come to him, that I always had a friend in him, and we literally started from the bottom. And I felt like we had a good run. It was a good era. Like, we started from the bottom, we accomplished a lot, we saw the world, we did things, like, but at towards the end of 2019 is when that relationship took an abrupt turn. It did a whole 180. And I, you know, like, people be like, oh, I didn't see it. No, I seen it coming. I did. I did. I was starting to settle. They come in your life for a lifetime, and sometimes they come in your life for a season. And we have to discern which one it is. And when you try to hold seasonal people to lifetime standards, that's when you're going to have a problem. And I think that's why we had a problem. And you know, that abrupt turn in 2019, like, I remember, like, just sitting at my old house and was like, on Christmas, was like, God, this can't be life, you know, like, I'm not doing this, like, I want to, like, 2020, my prayer was like, for 2020, I want to have perfect vision, and I say this to y'all, I'm looking dead at y'all, when you ask God for something, be prepared, because 2020 was like, was a jaw dropper. It was an eye opener. It was like God showed me exactly what I was dealing with, what I was doing, like who mattered, who didn't matter, what I needed, what I didn't need. He showed me how strong I was, like, because the things that I dealt with and the things that I accomplished at the same time, like I was fighting with one hand and I was building with another one, and I was just trying to keep my kids together, because nobody prepares you for divorce. Nobody. Like, to be honest, like when it happened, I just felt lost because my mom died. So like I was sitting, like, after I made the decision to leave, we argued, he left, whatever, and I was just like this would be a perfect time to have a mom. This would be a perfect time to have wisdom, a wise person tell you good advice, but I didn't have that. You know, like I have sisters, don't get me wrong, my sisters are brilliant. They're high. They really helped me through this time, but like, you know, like the older people in your family are there for counsel. They are there for reference points when you're going through certain things in life. And I felt like every woman that I had looked up to up until this point that could have gave me advice was dead. So like I felt like it was just me against the world and against them, or, you know, whoever was coming at me. Like it was just like a lot. So I had to take a step back, and then me taking a step back, I created this channel. Like, this channel came out of the need for me to put my mind on something else, me to be creative. I'm a very creative person, and a need for me to just like express who I am. And it was always a dream to have a YouTube channel. I'm the most private social person you'll ever meet. Like, I'm popular private. So like, yeah, so this channel was birthed out of my need to get my mind off the reality of what, not even gonna say get my mind off the reality, just but to take some of that anger or whatever I was going through at that moment and to channel it into a positive way. Because like a divorce is basically you mourning a relationship, the death of a relationship. That's exactly what a divorce is, a death of a relationship, of a life. Like, I've been with this man all of my adult life, you know, and up until this point, he was like really the only man I really knew. Like, so, like, to say, okay, we're no longer going to be together. Like, first of all, the day you decide you get a divorce is not the day you divorce. Like, it takes time to get in that mind frame of like, it's me. It's just me. Like, it ain't no us. I'm not finna call him and ask him what he want for dinner. You know, like, it's a lot. Like, you have to process that, and people don't really realize that. They think that you're like, one moment you're gonna be like, okay, I'm getting divorced, and then like you don't know, like it take a long time to act married. It take a long time to be divorced. Like, I just honestly, it's a process, and like right now I'm almost at 2 years. Like, and I feel like I'm finally free from that situation, or, you know, I freed myself, like, from that, like, mentally and emotionally. I'm, like, a whole lot stronger, and, like, I keep saying, like, I don't like that. I'm a whole lot stronger, and sometimes you just have to deal with it. Like, a lot of people would try to postpone, like, the grieving part and just want to have, like, oh, I glowed up. But no, you really have to go through the mud first to glow up. That's what people don't realize. Like, it was lonely nights. I cried myself to sleep. You know, like, it was long talks with God. You know, like, people really don't. I'm one of the people, like, when something happened to me, I have to process it. I need to, because if there was a lesson to learn, God, I want to learn it the first time, because I am not good at repeats. So, I didn't want to just hop into another relationship, and it be the same relationship, except it's just a different name and a different face, but we're doing the same thing. And, like, if you don't be careful when you leave a relationship, if you don't take the proper time, however long that time is for you, it could be 2 months, it could be 2 years, it could be, you know, 5, 6 months, however that time is for you to properly heal, then you're going to end up repeating some of those same patterns, and that's dangerous. And I did not want to waste any more of my time. So I think being separated in 2020 was beneficial, because first of all, the whole world stopped. I felt like God stopped the world so I could go through this. Like, honestly, like, so we separated like March the 13th, 4 days before our anniversary, and that was right before like the corona restrictions kicked in, right before quarantine. And my sister Jazz stayed in Atlanta, and like I remember her calling me. She called me after I already had like me and him had our little spout and leave, whatever. This is what it is. So it was like on a Friday, she called me and she was like, Auntie Lainey, my Auntie Lainey gonna bring me up there. I don't want to spend quarantine alone. And mind you, she with Auntie Lainey while she's telling me this. So I couldn't say, well, I gotta talk to you like I'm the, I ain't got no man no more. So when you come here, don't be shocked. So my Auntie Lainey bring her up here, and I'm at work, and like the first people she talked to is my kids, and they tell all my business. Like, 'cause if you want to know the truth, ask the kids. So when I get home from work, she was like, "Oh my God!" Like, and now I think at that moment, I realized like what big step I had made, like, and like I took, and I think that was like. The first thing is, like, when you make a decision, stick to it. Like, don't be back and forth with these people. Like, if you're not sure you want to get a divorce, or if you're not sure that this is what this is supposed to be, just wait before you speak on it. So, like, at that moment, I realized that, and then we started having a really deep conversation, and it just, like, solidified everything that I was feeling. Like, this relationship was not going in my best interest, and it was like watching a car wreck, a train wreck. And nobody else is trying to stop it but you, But, sometimes you got to let those trains wreck and you rebuild from the rubble. And that's what I decided to do. Like, I'm not finna sit here and tear myself down, because who wants a failed marriage? Nobody. Like, I wanted a successful marriage. I wanted my kids to be happy, I wanted a home. I have a house. I wanted it to be a home. I wanted it to be a loving environment. And sometimes you can still have those things, but you just don't have to have it with, like, the person you thought you was going to have it with. Like, right now, I have a loving home. My kids are happy. I'm happy, and I just wanted to get up here and let people know, like, sometimes, like, some endings are not death. Every loss is not a loss. And when people want to leave or walk out, you let them. You let them. You wholeheartedly wish them well. You want a picture for a memory. You let them. It's gonna hurt. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. It's gonna hurt. Like, so I think this is the part where, like, I just accepted my reality and I embraced it. Like, I started living my life, and like, it's a beautiful thing. Like, yeah, I'm going out by myself, and I'm totally comfortable. I have always been a confident person, don't get me wrong. But going through something like a divorce can knock your confidence, because you always feel like, well, I could have did this, and is it my fault? Is it me? And to some degree, everybody has a role to play in it. It's not a good person, it's not a bad person. If we're going to be totally honest, it's good in every person, and it's bad in every person. And it's just that you just have to know when your part in somebody's story is over. And when it's over, stop doing CPR. Put a DNR on that situation. Do not resuscitate. And when I tell you I am happily divorced, I am happily divorced. Like, people be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not. And I don't mean that. I mean that in the most respectful way possible. Let me rephrase that. Like, we had 16 years. If it didn't work in 16 years, it ain't going to work in another 2 years. So, I don't feel like I wasted my time. I feel like I got a lot out of that marriage. I have 2 beautiful kids. I learned a lot of life lessons. I've been a lot of places. Like, me as a person, I have grown so much. I have did things that I never thought I would do. And I want to thank him for that. Like, even in my pain, I want to thank him for that. Because, like, that made me who I am today, like, a stronger. Like, I know how strong I am. Like, I know who I am. I'm not settling. Like, and I want to thank everybody who was there for me in 2020. And it was a really crazy year. Like, I would go to work and I'd be crying on the way to work. Makeup look horrible, but I'm there. And we got no mask, so you don't really know I'm crying. Or, like, you just gonna go through it. Like, people, like, gonna make it seem like, girl, you don't die. No, you gonna go through it. You gonna have times when you feel weak and times when you feel strong. But if on your weekdays, if you could just hold out, because there is light at the end of the tunnel. If you know you deserve better, don't settle for less. Like, and what I mean by that is, like, I didn't let my loneliness keep me in bondage. I didn't let my loneliness lead me to make another bad decision. Like, yeah, I might be lonely, or maybe I might be alone because I don't even feel like I'm lonely anymore. But I'm not going to just be with somebody for the sake of having somebody. No. My camera died and the audio was changed because I'm not on my Canon camera, I'm on my phone, and I just wanted to come out and close it. So just my marriage died like my camera. That was corny, but yeah. And I just want to say that this is a new phase of my life. I am calling it Me, Myself, and I'm It. I'm gonna have multiple episodes. I'm telling you, I was like being single, dating. If you single and I'm single and you like me and I like you, you know, shoot your shot. No, but honestly, yeah. But I don't have Facebook Messenger. I don't do none of that. Like, so you have to get creative. But yeah. This new part of my life is called Me, Myself, and I'm It. And this just be me showing y'all what it's like to be single, a single woman, a single mom, dating, going after her dreams. And yeah, I'm happy. I'm excited. Okay, so if you got value out of this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Click the notification bell and leave a comment. Yeah, so I am very excited about Vlogmas because it's going to be lit in my next video, because it's going to be a 3-part series to these videos. I'm just going to tell you what's up next for me, and I'm so excited for Thanksgiving. And if y'all eating y'all food, happy Thanksgiving, and don't let me hold y'all. Y'all eat y'all food, and y'all have a great day. Bye.